Hello, my name is Min, and this is my final project for data management plan for our health clinic. So our clinic, a little background, our organization is a small private-owned clinic that helps patient care that includes regular checkup and physical checkup. The patient is located in San Jose, and the number of employees is around 5 to 10 staff. So we're pretty small right now, but we're expecting our business to grow over the next 2 years. And we are expecting that the number of data will also increase as our patients are growing more. So before that, we need to get to know what data governance and data management before we get into the implementation plan. Data governance is the process of managing the availability, usability, integrity, and security of the data in the enterprise system. Data management is the practice of collecting, organizing, and accessing data to support productivity, efficiency, and decision-making. Now, to understand the importance of data governance and data management in our system, in our clinic. So data governance is that ensure our clinic data consistent, making sure they're all the same. There's no outliers out there. Make sure that the clinic data does not get misused. It helps our clinic protect against unauthorized access, and it helps serves clearly defined personal health information, which is PHI. As for data management, it helps organize data in different categories. So it could be based on race, age, height, type of medication patient needs, type of injuries. I help us enabling to analyze to make patient care better and more efficient, help healthcare provider make better data-driven decision, and it can be structured data in the spreadsheet or database images or videos, digital documents, scanned documents. So basically, it can be in many type of formats, and it could be all done digitally and making us going away from paper into more secure system. And of course, we want to ensure that we follow the legal requirements and the regulatory for data governance. Under regulatory, we want to make sure that we're managing consents and right of use. So everyone will make sure that we're following what is needed to follow the highest standard for data use and making sure they're secured and protecting all confidential information. And we'll for sure evaluate risk exposure on an ongoing basis. So we're constantly checking to make sure there's no risk exposure anywhere to make sure patients feel confident that their data is being secured. And the DEM system will require an agreement between our health facility and the service provider regarding legal requirements. That means any vendors that we come in contact with, or there will be some sort of agreements, and any user we allow authorized access to make sure that they know the rules. And for legal requirements, we have to follow HIPAA since we are a health clinic. We require everyone to understand health HIPAA regulation. They will have training for that, and we ensure our patient also know their rights. So not just the doctors, not just our employees, it will also be the patients. And then we'll hire a lawyer to make sure everything is up to standard and it is being enforced properly. And of course, there will be a life cycle. What I'm about to show you, there can be a total of 7 life cycle with different phases in between based on where we're at. So the first phase is to plan. It will organize the objective for the clinic, and our objective is to implement data governance into our clinic everyday operation because they help ensure our data is consistent and trustworthy. We'll plan to see who's be in charge and the responsibility, knowing who will be in charge of what position. Then we'll create a project charter to assign them their tasks. And then we'll set up deadlines and timeline and set a budget to know how much we'll spend and how much we're hoping to spend to implement this, and creating that deadline to know by a certain time we need this to be done, who should be trained, and who has permission. Designing and enabling for phase 2. We will design how our organization hope the DAM system will be applied to our clinic, and there'll be a dashboard that you're able to see everything presented with multiple tabs where we see different labels of where to find. There will be a search bar. The dashboard will basically have everything at once, so you can navigate where that will be, and training will be provided. And in the dashboard, you'll see a labeling system where you'll see dates, priorities, patient information, financial information, a lot more, but these are just the main point. And then we'll list out who will be responsible for enabling the DAM system. So like phase 1, that's when we talk about who be in charge. Most likely this will be someone in IT or management. And then in design, of course, there will be fonts and logo, easy to eyes, easy for us to navigate. And then design how to file the patient, how to organize it, because that's literally the main thing here, is to make sure our patient we know where our patient belong, and that we can easily search it up anytime. Phase 3, create and obtain. There's 3 different ways to create and obtain in phase 3. The first is to create data in using the cloud and management system. And to do that, it will be acquisition, where you gather external existing information and current, basically what we have now and what we have before from the previous system, to transfer it all over safely. Entry, this is where our employees will input all the new information internally to our system. And then capture, where devices capture data from different sectors of the clinic. Phase 4, this is where we store and maintain to ensure all the new data are secured. And then storing data into the new DAM system to maintain organization. Before, we're mainly paper and just Excel sheet. And now we have a new DAM system where it collects and stores all the new data, and it will continue to maintain data integrity, meaning nothing should be changed from that data. If it's going to be raw, it will continue to be raw data, meaning your name will not be changed into something else when it gets transferred. And data, implant data in proper location based on certain categories. So if someone is above, let's say 85, then there will be a category for patient above 85. If you're going to look for someone on the older age, if you can't find their name, just something to quickly search. And then protect both structured and unstructured data in the data cloud. And then phase 5, this is where how to use data, how data should be used. And we will retrieve phase data from management software, process it, change it, and save it to clinic application. Ensure that all changes in data are referenceable. That means wherever it's moved, we know where it belongs. And then determine what data is available for patient and health providers. That means for doctors and nurses. And limit data use to certain users. That means confidential information should be only for managers or doctors. And then access to information for analysis and reporting use case. So we could use those data to help analyze to make better progress, and then for us to create reporting quarterly. Phase 6, enhance. This is where we want to make sure those data can be better, and that we know what the solution and what to do best. So we analyze and interpret the data, and then create solution to better understand and access data, and use data modeling if needed. And then lastly, and most importantly, apply artificial intelligence, where it can automate a system where it can, if you search, it recognizes your search history and it'll create better recommendation, or it uses an algorithm where it helps analyze and interpret your data for you. So it makes better recommendation for the doctors and nurses. Last phase, dispose of. Our problem right now is our clinic collect new data every day, and it's not possible to save data longer than necessary. Our solution at the moment is, once the data is outlined their usefulness, deleting data or purging old record is needed. However, we want to make sure that we're aware of the legal obligation to either maintain or delete old data. And to ensure we meet certain deadline, there will be a clear schedule to delete those data. Lastly, the implementation issue. It always happens, so now we just want to be aware of it so we can create a mitigation plan. So some implementation issue we have could be data loss, duplication of data, staff misuse new system. Human errors happen very often. Loss and deletion can also occur due to physical damage or virus, storing and utilizing accumulated volume data without crushing system, and most importantly, data breach. Now our mitigation plan to invest in a reliable backup solution to back up all the data in the system, create guidelines and standard how to manage the data. We'll upgrade the DAM system to store higher volume data, enforce modern security practice and access control measures, creating a data archive policy. That means deciding how to manage data that is no longer used but needs to be retained. Long-term maintenance plan, that means increasing security training that could be quarterly or monthly or every 6 months, and then creating more awareness of data security. If there's no training, we will continue to make sure our patient and our health providers are aware of data security, upgrade hardware and software to meet standards. Since our system are a little bit older, on the older side, we'll update it, invest a little bit more to make sure we're up to standard. Subscribe to security software to prevent virus and secure data, and update data security guidelines and policies. And the DAM system we chose for our clinic, at the end, after analyzing all our need based on the phases and our objective, we decided to go with the widened DAM system, which mostly specialized for healthcare. Some of its benefits are publishing your up-to-date assets, monitor context objectives, automate manual process, and all formats are welcome, which makes it very accessible and are up to our standards and is very secure. And that is all. And here are reference, and we hope our project can be implemented as soon as possible. Thank you.